The Whispering Island of Jeju, a tale of spirits, secrets, and a forgotten war. In the summer of 2022, a 27-year-old fisherman named Kim Tae-hwan sent a voice message to his friend just before vanishing off the coast of Jeju Island. His boat was later found drifting near a small, uninhabited islet locals call Murmuring Rock. The voice note he sent? It contained whispers, hundreds of them, layered over each other like a crowd praying in a foreign tongue. No one could decipher it. Tae-hwan was never seen again. But this wasn't the first time the island whispered. Part 1. The Island That Doesn't Exist. The island has no official name. It doesn't appear on modern satellite maps. But older maritime charts from the early 1900s, especially during the Japanese occupation of Korea, mark the location. Local folklore calls it Suseupsum, which roughly translates to Island of Whispers. Fishermen say strange things happen when you get too close. Compasses spin, radios crackle. Some hear voices calling them by name. Others claim to see shadows standing by the shoreline, even when the island is supposed to be deserted. Part 2. The Forbidden Files of 1938. In 2009, a Korean historian named Dr. Choi Min-jae unearthed several classified Japanese military documents from the era of occupation. Among them was a report dated October 1938 titled Spiritual Experimentation and Soul Frequency Studies, Station J-47. According to the documents, the Imperial Japanese Army had established a covert base on the Whispering Island. The goal was to explore supernatural communication by merging Shinto rituals with Korean shamanism. They believed the soul had a frequency, and that it could be recorded, summoned, or even manipulated. The report described experiments with prisoners, sleep deprivation, hypnotic suggestion, and ultimately, something called the mirror chant, a ritual believed to open a pathway between the realms. Out of 23 test subjects, 5 died instantly after chanting the final verse. 1 was found smiling. 4 had claw marks across their faces, as if they tried to rip their own skin off. Part 3. The Rumors of Gwishin. In Korean spiritual tradition, a Gwishin is a restless spirit, often a victim of sudden death, revenge, or unfinished business. For centuries, Koreans believed these spirits lingered where trauma occurred. Villagers near Jeju claim that ever since the 1940s, people have seen ghostly figures in white robes standing still on the edges of the Whispering Island. They never move, they never speak, but they always face the sea. One elder, 86-year-old Park Seo-jin, recalls being told as a child, "If you look back after hearing the whispers, the spirits will follow you home." Part 4. The Guardian Dokkaebi. As terrifying as the Gwishin are, they are not the only beings said to haunt the island. In 1971, a young monk named Jin Woo attempted to conduct a cleansing ritual near the islet. He returned traumatized, mumbling about a horned creature with glowing eyes that toyed with his mind. That creature matches descriptions of a Dokkaebi, a goblin-like figure from Korean folklore. Unlike ghosts, Dokkaebi are considered semi-divine. They enjoy riddles, pranks, and trials. But anger one, and you risk facing illusions so real they can fracture your sanity. Legend says the Dokkaebi was placed there as a guardian, to protect something sacred, or perhaps to punish those who dare awaken what sleeps beneath the island. Part 5. The Disappearance of Dr. Lee. In 2019, a renowned parapsychologist from Seoul National University, Dr. Lee Hyun-suk, began an investigation into the island's legends. He had obtained copies of the 1938 documents and believed that the mirror chant might be reconstructed. With a team of 4, he sailed to the Whispering Island. Only one came back, a grad student named Ji-won, found alone in the boat, staring blankly into space. Drone footage recovered from Dr. Lee's equipment showed disturbing scenes: faded shrines, shallow graves, and at the final timestamp, a figure standing on the cliff's edge, its mouth moving rapidly, as if chanting. Authorities ruled the team's disappearance as a maritime accident, but Ji-won never spoke again. She was later institutionalized. Part 6. The Sound Returns. In 2022, 10 years after the disappearance of Dr. Lee, whispers returned. Several residents of Jeju began reporting dreams of water dripping and voices speaking in ancient dialects. Children began drawing symbols they couldn't explain. One night, an emergency call was made from a coastal village. The caller whispered, "They're at the shore." They're calling names again. Audio engineers who analyzed Taiwan's last recording discovered something chilling. One of the whispers said his name. Another said, "Open the gate." Part 7. A portal or a prison. Some scholars now believe that the Whispering Island is not just haunted, it may be a sealed gateway. Whether it leads to the realm of the dead or something darker is still unknown. What is known, however, is that anyone who tries to uncover the truth never walks away unchanged. Locals avoid the place, authorities deny its existence, but the whispers persist. Late at night, if the wind is right and the sea is calm, people say you can still hear them. Help us, remember us, finish the chant. This was the story of the Whispering Island of Jeju, a forgotten isle of war, whispers, and worlds beyond. Some mysteries are buried for a reason. The real question is, if the gate ever opens again, will we be ready? Thank you for listening if you like it. Please subscribe, comment, and share. May God bless you.